Yo, what is good guys, Crayohla here, and today we're going to be bringing you a video on how to trade Memecoin and new pairs. Before we get started, make sure you signed up with Terminal. That's the trading platform I'm using. It gives you the most cash back instantly at 35%, and it gives you the fastest fills. I've tried all the different platforms and this is by far the best and fastest one. Other than that, let's get right into the video. So this video is going to be focused on new pairs specifically. We're not going to look at migrator coins, and we're not really going to be looking at the soon section either, though we can probably touch on that a little bit later on. This strat is to get in at the lowest market cap possible to hit those nice multipliers, or have the opportunity to hit those nice multipliers at 5x, 10x, so on. So when we're looking at new pairs, there's going to be three different So we need to make your terminal look the same as mine, because it's not going to look the same when you first start. And to do that, we need to sort out the filters. The filters are going to be in the description of the video, but just quickly let's run through them. On the Soon tab, we have all the launch pads selected. We don't have boop, but we can have that on or off, it really doesn't matter. Max token age of 30 minutes. Market cap minimum $8,000, volume $4,000 minimum, and total fees 0.5. This just helps get rid of some of those fake charts. Then we got top holders 35%, insiders 30% max, snipers 35%, bundles 35%, dev 15%. It's simple, it just cuts out some of the noise. For the new pairs, we have just got pumpfun, bags and launch lab selected. You can have bonk as well. I normally do have bonk on. It's just bags was getting a bit of motion earlier on, so I kind of took bonk off just to free up the new pair section a bit. You can have this on as well. We've got token age max 3 minutes. Market cap, I have a max of 40,000. The reason for that is sometimes I do trade dynamic BC. And when I trade that dynamic BC, it just stops those insta rugs from showing up on my screen. And then dev holding 8%. I have that on, so when a dev devs a token, if they buy with like 3-4 sold, instant nuke, it's not going to show up for me. Other than that, you have the minimum market cap at 4,500. This will get rid of a lot of the tokens and just show you the ones that have had a couple of buys at the least. You can up this if you want. I would up it to 6,000. However, it does mean you're getting in a little bit later, and Sol's price is lower at the moment, which is why we have it so low at 4,500. But if Solana's price was, I don't know, let's say 160, then I would look at upping this to about the 6,500 mark. But 4,500 to 5,000 is a sweet spot. Again, as you can see, it cuts out a lot of the noise, but still gives you a lot of tokens. So it shows that there's no coin at 5k. The lowest one is 8k. That meets our criteria. If we were to drop this to 4,000, we want to see some more coins. This means that at least we've got a couple buys in. Again, play around with this. It depends on the price of Solana and the volume on the day. But have it at least 4,000. It cuts out most of the noise. But let's get right into trading these new pairs. So you're going to have 3 different tokens that come out on your new pair section. You're going to have, and I'll show you the symbols for each of these on the screen as well. You're going to have accounts. This will be projects. So it could be a tech project, an art project, anything where it's linked to a Twitter account itself. Let me find one here. See, we've got Dexit here. The premise behind this token is the account itself. It looks like it's a tech product. Yeah, it is, and it's got a website. So that's number 1. Number 2 are tweets. The tweets are going to have this little symbol here that looks like a leaf. And you can hover over it to see what the tweet is as well. And then the 3rd one are community coins. Community coins are going to show this symbol here. 3 little people in a row, and if you hover over it, it will show you who's holding the community. We're not going to touch project coins because the majority of them are rugs, and it's a pure gamble if you do get in. Usually as well, even if they're real, it's fresh wallet bundles. I can insta one clip. It's not worth the risk. We're not going to touch them. We're not going to touch Twitter plays either, such as we're not going to touch an Elon Musk tweet or a Totally tweet. The reason being is they can be heavily PvP, heavy volume, heavy vamps. You could be in one at 10k and it runs to 40k and you're up, and then all of a sudden it nukes because another one got made with images slightly better. They're good if you've got a higher port, but for this video we're looking at lower ports. We're going for the safer plays. So yeah, so the third one is again community coins. That's what we're going to be looking at today. So it's mainly this little symbol here, but we do need to see scanning the tweet plays still for community coins. And the reason being is sometimes they don't link the community straight away, they just link a tweet. So if we look at this one, even though we did link the community, you can see there's a tweet here as well. He gives us thesis, he gives us community link. So even if there wasn't a link to the XCOM on this coin itself, you know it's still a community token. Now this allows us to know who's running the coin, and we can put a thesis then on where we believe the coin's going to go to, based on narrative. Is it on meta? Who's running it? Are they trusted? Or do they farm? That's something you get used to with time. You'll see someone's name and know if they're a farmer or if they do push coins. And it can give you a good idea, is this coin going to hit 30k, 50k, could it bond? And it also allows you to make sure community is forming behind the coin as well. So let's go into an example of finding a new pair. The great thing about new pairs, by the way, is you're getting in all the risk usually of bundles, farms, of it nuking from 30k down to 10. Again, we're trying to get in sub 10k if possible, but I still will show you how to check for bundles, because that will dictate how long you hold a coin for. So how we check for bundles is real quick. It's a simple ways to do it. First one nice simple way is the bubble map. In my bottom right here, I've got bubble chart up. All you want to do is click refresh, and it will start analysing the token. And then any wallets that can detect that link together will show up like these two. All you do is click here, it'll show you the cluster has 2.5%, and this cluster has 2%. So that's one way to do it. What I would do though is, you can do that. You also want to be looking at the top holders. I'll look at the top 10 holders, and you can see here this guy has 10 soul, 1 soul, 1.5, 9, 0.3, 18, 2, 99, 5. That's a nice variance. However, if the holders were looking more like they had 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, and that indicates it's very bundled, and you might want to be getting out of that coin. Another way to check as well is looking for the average market cap entry as well as the held for. So for example, if these top holders were all average market cap of like 7k, 7k, 8k, 8k, 9k, and they've all held for 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 4 minutes, that indicates that's possibly just one person, and he's just bought it on wallets that aren't connected to each other. You can also line that up with these symbols. If it will show you if it's a fresh wallet, you see this little leaf symbol here. Or if all the top holders are from one platform. So if it was to say it was the top 5 all Axiom app, they were all in around the same market cap, they were all holding for the same length of time, and that's a high chance that it's bundled, not guaranteed, but a high chance that one person holds the top 5 wallets. You can also see this funded by on the side, and this can give you an idea of where the wallet funds came from. If multiple wallets are funded from the same place, it will tell you. For example, this wallet number 13 was funded by a wallet starting CC3. If a couple others are also saying CC3 as well, that indicates that guy's got a lot of supply on multiple wallets. Or if they all come from the same exchange, such as you can see here, this one's from Binance, this one's from Binance, this one's from Binance. However, they are from 1 month ago, 2 months ago, and 5 days ago. And they're also on different trading platforms, so the chance of that being a bundle is unlikely, but something to consider. That's really more important if you were looking to gain entry at this point in time. I wouldn't class this as a new pair. I would class this more now as a potential soon to migrate token. It's on the soon page for a reason. New pairs on the new pairs. But if you were to like say, oh, I like this coin, it's not bundled, the checks look out, it's on meta. You could also check the dev wallet. He's already had a 50% migration. Last coin ran to migration at 54k and died. It's a community, got a website. You can pull up the community and just check that the community is still active. Again, I'm going to try and just run through this real quick, so this isn't really how much we're going to be doing, but it still gives you opportunities to get into these coins. So you could look here, let's see, 20 seconds ago, 41 seconds ago, 50 seconds ago, 1 minute. So the community is very active, so that is a good thing to see. If it was just like 1 or 2 people in the community, there's not very many posts, that's probably a bad sign. But let's say it checks out. But yeah, let's say we wanted to be in this now, we could look for an entry we really liked that's passed our tests. Where would we look to enter this coin? I would wait for a dip between 30 and 50% personally. That'll be anywhere from, let's draw a line, there's 30%, there's 50, that's quite a dip on this one. Depending on the market cap of the coin, 50% would make more sense. But there's 2 opportunities for my entry points here, so I'll wait for the coin to come down to this zone or this zone, I'd wait to see the price action. If the price action looks healthy and it doesn't just keep candling down, but instead it kind of wiggles a bit, then I'll look to get in. You can see here as well with the marks that lines have just put in. If you look to the left, I know it's TA is not the best thing to do in meme coins, but it's still useful. If you look to the left though, we can see support and consolidation. And if you look at the second line, you can see support, a bunch of support and consolidation as well. So that indicates 2 potential entries for us. And then from there, if we got in, we could, whatever the coin would go to. Let me quickly show you before we get into the new pairs fully. Let me show you a. So you're gonna see my buy on this chart. How early I was. Okay, so when this chart first came out, I had the community linked. Straight away I knew it was the community coin, and I had a website linked. I pulled the website up, and it was the Jeffrey Epstein Netflix. I clicked into it. I straight away seen that these videos work, and the meta at the time was Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein files just came out, which is the reason why I bid here. I think I bid twice, did I? Oh no, this was just a bat signal because someone else wanted to find a coin, so I've just done a micro buy for them. So we got in here at 8.6k, and then we just DCA sold up. We bought some more bat signals. These are just tiny buys, no one bought in, so we just fully got out, and the coin died from there. Moisturize is another one we got a nice trade on. This was just a trend on Twitter. Not Twitter, sorry. This is just a TikTok trend that's going around. Someone called it out in our VC and said it's popular. It had a community at the time. As you can see, I caught the initial dip. I didn't want to buy in up here because it was heavily sniped. It was actually sniped up to 9k and got bought back again up to 12, and I did want to get a lower entry. So I waited for the initial dip, and I could have bought in down here. However, I wasn't too sure, so I waited for it to drop that 30 to 50%. Came back, it bounced up, came back to this level again, and that was my signal to buy it. And then if the price action would have gone from here, it would have obviously gone up, or if it continued to go down, I could just cut my losses for a 10-20% loss. But it went up, the narrative was good, the trend was viral at the time, so we bought it, we ran it, it was going up to my grade. If you see these buys again, these are just small little micro buys. We sold up the chart, and we hit a nice P&L on this one as well. Nothing crazy, but these all add up. Now this one was a bit of a fumble. Let me pull up to the start of the chart. There was a lot going on when I was in this coin that made me sell. I was looking over things at the same time. However, as you can see here, right, so this again came out. It was a community coin. The symbol came up. I straight away, this had a website as well. It was a PNG. And these a current coin running called HTTPS 700k now. It was a couple mil, like 1.5 I think at the time or something. This was kind of a beta play for that. So because I knew that coin was already running, that's what gave me the idea that this would be a good play. So when I first come out, I've done some quick checks. Again, at this point in time, you don't really need to check for bundles because it's so early. However, it's still good to know still helpful. As you see here, this is what I was saying about a bit before, where all the top holders start with a 0. That's suspicious. But this coin's dead now, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, yeah, so I'll wait for there was a big sell-off here. I think this was a sniper sell-off. It came back down again to this little bit of support, and that was my buy signal. Get in. It did a bit of consolidation around the 10k mark. This was up at 2x for me. So all I did here is I just took 10%. Reason being, if it nukes, I get my fees covered. However, luckily it carried on going. So I just DCA sold up the chart nicely. It struggled a little bit around 40k, so I took 2 big bits because these clips were kind of heavy. But it kept running, sold, kept selling, all the way up to I think 120k turn. Then I was fully out and it kept running to 240. However, regardless, a very good P&L. Finally, another community one. Here again, there was this community attached. There's pedophiles. PDF, again, it was on narrative of what's going on with the Epstein and whatnot. Click the link. The link was quite nice. The website, when I clicked through all these, around 250k. We didn't hold it for that long. We made, it's going to say I made a 2x because I was in and out. Now let's get to these new pairs. So, we touched on earlier the filters. This market cap minimum is going to affect how many coins show up the most of all your filters. What I would suggest in high volume markets, when there's a lot of coins getting made, there's a lot of volume on chain, have this filter. If you're at low volume times, take the filter off. You don't really need it as much. It does give you a lot more coins on here, and you just got to kind of lock in a bit more to scan in the new pairs. So I don't know if I can catch anything. Box T, my style model, pumpfun chain. Let's say we like this. Doesn't even matter. Straight away you can see here, sniper, 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 fresh wallet, fresh wallet, fresh wallet. This is all just one guy with supply. Got the whole coin, heavily bundled mess. Ignore. I'd rather miss an entry on a coin than to get in a coin too early and lose. That's me personally. Other people are going to be different. Okay, so let's see, we got Casper. Was in the sort of white paper for reference made to Casper the friendly final gadget. Could this be good? I know there's 2 coins for it, but let's see. So this isn't a community, so we're probably going to avoid this one. However, there's community involved. We know who's pushing the coin still. It's a tweet linked to an account. So we can still touch this coin, because the chances are it's going to have a community form. But let's quickly check the bubbles. It says 14% cluster, so let's maybe not touch this. Refresh it. 8% cluster, 5%. We are late to this as well, by bearing in mind 2.5%. And I could be wrong, but I don't think this is his employee. I think his account gets scraped. But I could be wrong. On this. As for the friendly final gadget. Let's see. Where if we wanted to enter this? Oops, he just got in. These bundles are stuff. If you wanted to enter this though, best thing to do is draw a line where you are comfortable to enter. Let's say you wanted the base bottom and you said, I will not buy unless, and that's fine. Put your line in. Don't buy until it goes there. Don't FOMO in up here just because it's going up and now you're down 30%. Just wait. It's heavily bundled still. They're all axiom bundles. 6%. Sorry, they're all funded by 8 Mao. 8 Mao. Bit of a red flag. Again, let's just refresh the bubbles while we wait. Actual entry point. Clusters have gone. We've got 4% and that's about it. However, we're still seeing bundles on here, so it's possible they are still in. It's just not on the bubble maps. Top holders in terms of how much Solana's in the wallet's looking good. However, this bundler symbol and the all being axiom is a bit suspicious. But Cupsy was in the coin. Possible he's had a bunch of copy trades getting that. Let's see. Okay, so it's come to my line. So let's say you said it's at my line. I want to buy. I like the coin. Let's see. Okay, it's getting all over the place. I'm out now. It's back to entry. Did not like that. The main reason we sold that though is because that buy up was all the same person. You see here, it was funded by AEZ. AEZ, that's who just came in and bought it, and it's all bundled still. So we're going to get out pretty much break even. I think we lost like 40 cents. And we could always look to re-enter it again should we want to. But with these bundles, I think this is one I'll be fading. So Casper the Friendly Ghost, this time it's a community. We already know what the narrative is because we read the message. It was on the tweet of the other one. So if we liked it, we could then bid. How's this one? This one's actually going up, but again, bundle up. You can see the bundle percent here as well. Don't be fades. I might not even get a play in this video for you. That's why I've looked at the previous players in the meantime. Just so you've got some examples. I mean, if we're looking at here, to be honest, obviously we got out break even because the support was looking rough. But we did 30%. What I would sometimes suggest is if you do have a marker, of course, sometimes you can quick buy it instantly like I did. Sometimes you can wait if it does hold out. So just keep that in mind. Sometimes it's better not to insta buy the blood, but just to wait for the blood to stop and it to do this little sideways move. That's justice for Nub. Arrested. So a cat was arrested by the police. I don't know if that's real or not. I can say. Okay. Okay, it's a fake arrest, but it's kind of funny. You can say, oh, I like this. It's a cute little narrative. It's not really viral, but it's kind of cute. Wait for your entry. Let's say you want to put your line in here. Again, don't buy to the line. It's fine. I don't know why I'm multi-walleted again. But we're cutting our loss short. Why is this? Not going to do that again. Let me just click something else. Okay, no. We're off for now. This is just a bundle of getting in. You could try and ride it from here. Might be like they're bundling it up. Might not be. I don't know. Off girls. Now I did see tweets about this, but we are a little late to it. But let's see. How much does it come down? 50%. Okay. The bundles. It looks a bit bundled here. 05, 04, 05. This either. When it's 10k. Don't know why I can't see. 5k, 10k, 12k. How's Nub doing? Yeah, they are bundling that up. Not really much in volume on this now. It's about this is The big thing about this, guys, is being patient as well. Patient for the coins to come out that fit your rule test, or the requirements to be made. Yeah. So again, just know what that was. Again, it's new pairs. Make sure it's community related. And make sure the coin is either on the narrative of the day or it's just a good viral narrative in general. And make sure the text to apply. Try and get it up 10k. Okay, so this one's, I don't know what the website looks like. I can see it's freshly bundled, but it's a community project. How does the website look? Not very good, so we're going to avoid it. Casper from before. It is. Okay, so they are actually buying this up now. So again, we did have the floor, look left, and there was the support line. But it is what it is. Can't win them all. And this is a lot of it now, guys. It's just waiting. I'm waiting for what I want. This is fake. I think okay, it's not fake. That's on me for not reading it properly. That's his dev wallet. I thought that was the CA, and it didn't match up, so I avoided it. Otherwise, we actually could have got him down here. 2x. What is the thesis? Doesn't have an official pet, but it's mascot habit. The idea is that he's going to be given the fees. Dev supplied to that wallet as well. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what he does here. Well, risk to reward's quite nice. We can't really go much lower. 10%. No. If he dev sells, it's over. If he sends the fees, GG's. We're kind of gambling on, is he going to tell the truth? Chances are he's not. Casper's going nice. He starts with 3M. So this is the CA, and he's not dev sold, so I don't know what he's doing. So I was sent the dev supply to him. No, not sent it, which is suspicious. But at this point, I would, yeah, at this point, I would cut it and get out. You're not going to win them all. I bet the narrative that like, higher the coin will go, but you can't win. Retard on investments, ROI. Yeah, kind of funny. We'll go maybe 20k. I think Casper's had its one now, or is it? No, this. Okay, so they've actually paid Dex for this. That's it. But honestly, guys, there's not really much more for me to say or show. That is simply the best way to do new pairs, especially if you don't have a tracked wallet. Wallet's not tracked. You don't have motion. Just getting in on where you know who the person pushing it is. Again, the count coins are usually bundle rug scams. The tweet plays like Elon tweet can be amazing if you get in, but they're so PvP. There's so many vamps that can be risky if you're not in the best of the best coin for it. Whereas if we do these community coins, narrative's a lot more chiller. But you can see us running it and get a feel for the trusted or well-respected place. And then you just want to get into the ones with the better narratives up until the point where you catch that nice 5x, 10x. You can even just scalp them for 2x's if you really wanted to. That's the beauty of them. It's just being patient and sitting here and waiting for them to come out. Making sure you do scan these tweets, because sometimes, again, they don't always have the community linked. So this one isn't a community. This one a community, I don't know. No, it's not. But we still know who's trying to push the coin. So you can still say, oh, okay, this is good. No Bitcoin whale, but a Caribbean Isle called Destiny. This has already been done. However, is this the website for it? It is. I don't know if this is. Might make a community for this. It's got potential. I believe this is already bonded though. The exact same narrative for it the other day. Yeah, it's right here. So we're gonna get into this real quick. Let's see. This is a different strat completely. This is the OG strat. You just find old coins of a narrative that matches up. And then if this coin was it's dead, the coin's dead, so we'll get out. With that coin was the moon, there's a potential that the OG gets bought up. It was actually a really good OG I did. It was it this? No, I think, okay, so there was a coin called Bagsy that was running a few months back for a mascot for bags, but there was already an OG for that coin. So I kind of on it. Was it this? Maybe this? Let's see. Yeah. Why can't I see my wallet? That's weird. Either way, a coin came out that was running as a mascot. So I got into this as the OG. Unfortunately, the chart's bug and you can't see my buys. But, however, we got first TX in this. This was us down here. And then we just DCA sold all the way. I think that is a clip on my TikTok. I'll leave the link in the description below. You can see it all on there. There's not really much coming out right now, and I don't want to try and force a play and just keep losing money just for the sake of the video. The point is to be patient, not just buy any. Just because it's got community doesn't mean insta buy the coin. Okay, what's this? We trust in money. I don't know. Finance bundle, University of Religion. Let's see. It's going to be the last one while we're on here. But yeah, all links in the description for Terminal. Really is the best, so get on with it. CA, instant bond when he posts CA. Wait, what? I don't know what this is. Right. Bundled mess. All bundle from Binance, but we're going to bid one in anyway. It's because money is really the trenches religion. It is true, like money is for the trenches, at least money is the most important thing, or it's one of the most influential things. I don't know who this guy is, but the great thing is you might know him, or in general you might just go, oh my god, I know this guy, it's amazing. This could be it. He runs so many coins up. It is Binance bundled, which suggests it's potentially going to be good. In the meantime, again, I don't know what's going to happen with this. Supposing the status of the couple now to his engine means London. Okay, so he called something out here. 10k, I hit 3.5 mil. If he's telling the truth, don't know. Has he put? Let's see what else he's done. Okay, we're looking for him to be mod or an admin. This is, I don't know what this is doing so far. We don't have too much supply. I think we're 2.5, it's 2.1%. So if it goes, it'll be a nice little pay. I'm struggling to find when this guy's done. However, he is claiming, let's see, July. Let's see how this is done. Moon. Okay, it did run. You can already see it ran pretty high, regardless at 140, even if it did run millies or not. But let's have a quick look. Yeah, you can already tell this ran high, 250k. Yeah, there it is. And he did it at July 12th at 10 PM. Was yeah, he called it here. Yeah, so that's good. Let's see if the CA has been confirmed. It could also be a fake, the one that went in. We'll wait, we'll see. Hopefully this is a nice thing to catch on stream. We're looking for money. So what I'm looking for right now then is money. Like another dev of this coin. Just in case this is a scraper bot, let's make this one. While we're waiting, let me touch on holding the coin. So holding the coin is going to be down to where you believe the narrative's potential top is. You could think it's a 20k top at 30k, whatever. That comes with experience. And on top of that, you need to make sure the community is growing. If the community isn't growing, even if the market cap's going up, you might want to cut and get your win before the coin nukes to zero. Chances are it's just a bundle at that point. I don't know what's going on with this. Oh, I could just be getting psyop and this just nukes and I lose 30%. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to hold it. I'm just going to keep scanning. Never frugification has been done. To put this into perspective as well, chat, I had 9 Sol in the wallet 2 days ago, and I ran it to 25 just doing what I'm showing you now. And then I went back to migrated coins and I lost 5 Sol and I'm back down to 20. The reason it says 13 right now is just because we're in a 6 Sol position. Well, 1 Sol in this. But it's so, so I went from 9 Sol to 25 in 3 trades? No, yeah, about 3-4 trades. The trend goal is happiness. That's a nice message behind it. Housecoin money, doesn't matter. The trend goal is happiness. But unfortunately, look at the holders, it's all fresh wallets. So nothing. Don't know what's going on with this coin still. We're kind of, they're trying to wait for me to get out. We're kind of holding it hostage. Oh, I got 60p. Okay, so it's fake. Here's the CA. And it's already a CA. Right, we are kind of top lasty in this. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. This could be a complete psyop. But within sub 10k, even if the chart does look sketchy. As he gets his bundles. These are fresh wallets, all axiom. The reason this one's I'm going to say is not as sus is because It looks like they're just bundling the floor before they drop the CA. This is honestly a bit more of a forced play. Just trying to catch something for the stream, for the video. Okay, what's this? Coat with Sol, Memecoin. The narrative. Okay. It's just a bit of a waiting game now. We are in at 6k. How high can money go? Depends if stuff getting picked up. It's true. Not really much motion going on though, so I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out because there's not much motion. It's been about 20-30 seconds, the coin's not really moved. Good, so we'll get out. If it drops down a little bit, maybe we rebid, give it a little 20% dip, and go, you know what, we'll get in it here. What's this? Ponzi's buys in media. Buy this and tell a friend. Ponzi coin. Buy and tell a friend. Let's buy one. Let's just see. Let's see if it bounces up. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Buy and tell a friend. I don't know if this is community, but we can see who's made the coin at least. It's this guy. Oh, it is a community. CA starts DV. That is this one. See there, CA DVB. Hover over it. DVB. Put up 30%. I don't know. I'm not super bullish on this, guys. There's not really been any really good coins that have come out since we've started talking. I'm recording. I'm just trying to give you the idea of how it works, or the entries you'll find when the narrative is good. To take what I've done and just imagine you're doing it on a narrative that's good. It seems to have been one of the biggest Ponzi schemes in the United States. What if we do it again on chain? Just buy and tell a friend. What is he on about here? Let's see what the actual image says. I suppose the biggest Ponzi schemes. Okay, so it's a Jeffrey Epstein coin still. Adding on the idea of a Ponzi, buy and tell a friend. Maybe could it top it here? Doesn't get picked up, sure. Potential to run a little bit. Nothing crazy. I'll be surprised if it really reaches higher than 20 personally, unless some nice tracked wallets get. Currently though, we full clip, I'm up $60. Entry's 4k, can't really complain with that. This money ones, yeah. Flocky, this is Flocky. Dog, fly. That potential. Right, we'll buy into this one as well in the meantime. And again, it's bundled, but it's low at 5k, so that bundling doesn't matter. That's what you check for all the coins. So this is his dog, and he's got a Solana wallet. He's claiming they're going to send supply to the Solana wallet. Let's make sure we do track this then. So I'll just copy this wallet. We're going to add wallets, add Elon. And that just means it'll now show that he's holding the coin, should he be holding the coin. Anyway, 6%, we're at 9k on this. There we go, we're already at 2x. You can full clip, hold. Again, we're just trying to show you the ways it goes. But let's see. So we're saying Elon fly 5% he's meant to be getting. Hold and wait. I'm not super bullish on this, so I would look for exit soon. I was trying to show you. Put up a salami. We're going to cut our win there, make the Solana. We could have made more, we could hold for more. The video's getting long, you get the points. Lucky, how's this doing? He's still not give supply, which is interesting. That's where it starts getting a little suspicious. Like what? Why is it? Yeah. Oh yeah, I was too slow on that. But you can start seeing the red flags were coming. He's actually deleted the tweet as well, which is something I didn't check. But it was taking a while to send that supply, which is a bit sus. But yeah, that's how you do it. And the community coins, try and get sub 10k, ride as high as you can. Better the narrative, the better the admin, the higher the coin will go. So have a price target in mind. Not everything's going to run to 200k, so be realistic. Even if it only runs to 30k, if you're in at 6k, it's a nice multiplier. Peace out, and make sure you get on Terminal. It's the fastest, it's got the fastest TXs to get the most cash back at 35% instantly. If you do have volume though at $500,000 or more a month, drop me a message or comment below with your Twitter handle. We'll get you an exclusive deal with Terminal for higher cashback opportunities. Peace out, and catch you next time.